Ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to be checking out all the 2026 FIFA World Cup stadiums. The tournament is literally about to start in about 1 hour's time, and I haven't done an actual video on it at all, especially on the stadiums, which I really want to check out. I'm excited to see this because I know America is going to have some banger stadiums. So let's go. All right, here we go, man. The SoFi Stadium.
Which stadium would be used in the Los Angeles area?
70,000.
A former World Cup final host with plenty of footballing history.
Holy shit.
And the flashy new SoFi Stadium. They went for the latter, which wasn't very surprising, to be honest. This was the most expensive stadium in the world to construct. That's something like $4.5 billion. And it will also be the first domed World Cup stadium.
$4.5 billion!
It has an immovable roof. One that isn't dome-shaped in the slightest. It might not be the
oh my god, that is insane.
But at least that dome is transparent.
Bro, look at this. Look at a floating LED screen. Bro, that is a wonder stadium. Look at that.
So you can gaze up into the night sky and see the beautiful Starlink satellite constellations. Don't worry though, in the daytime it won't feel like a greenhouse in here.
Damn.
Because despite being undercover, it's still technically an open-air stadium.
That's crazy
and
looking.
It's designed to be naturally climate controlled. The seating layout in here is quite interesting. It's rather steep, and there are several tiers almost stacked directly on top of each other, which optimizes the spectator proximity. And how can I not mention the
5 tiers,
board, which is the largest of its kind in the world?
All right, what we got next, man? MetLife Stadium.
If you're not too familiar with US sports, you might be a little puzzled at seeing the location of this huge multi-billion-dollar stadium. East Rutherford, New Jersey? I've never even heard of it. But it's in the New York metropolitan area. In fact, New York's NFL teams have played in New Jersey for quite some time now.
I called it, man. I absolutely knew these stadiums were going to look absolutely wild. Absolutely insane looking.
From outside, this looks like it could be some fancy schmancy data center. Or data center in non-Australian speak. Like many of the other NFL stadiums that are hosting games
could we not get,
it had a synthetic...
Could we not get a couple HD photos in here? Why didn't you upload this photo? 1942?
turf field, but it's been converted to natural grass. To be honest, despite a hefty price tag of over $2 billion in today's money, this would have to be one of the most bland designs of any of the World Cup stadiums.
Bland?
So, of course, it will be hosting the final. Despite Mexico City having a larger population than New York. But you see, New York has the highest number of billionaires in the world, and FIFA bloody loves them. They're like their favorite people.
Very unbland.
Then again, Estadio Azteca is probably equally bland design-wise. It just has all that football history going for it.
What is that?
AT&T Stadium is in Texas.
This one hosted a lot of these probably have hosted WrestleMania before. The AT&T Stadium, 94,000 people. Oh my good god.
A long way. It might surprise you to hear this, but up until 2003, football, or soccer as they call it, was illegal in Texas. Well, technically, the concept of soccer was not illegal, but actually practicing soccer was. Even if it involved consenting adults in the privacy of their own home. At the time the stadium opened back in the late 2000s, it was probably the most technologically...
I'm sorry, hold on a minute. Soccer was illegal in Texas? Why?
...advanced stadium in the world, featuring a retractable roof, which come in handy to keep cool.
That's a cool looking stadium, and oh my goodness.
Here, but unlike the stadiums of the Qatar World Cup, it's not exactly designed to keep an open-air stadium in the summertime cool.
94,000 people.
Closed. Despite being 17 years old, the interior is still looking pretty flashy. And these center-hung video boards are still some of the biggest in the world. They're like the size of a futsal field or something. I guess the only way you can tell that they weren't built in the 2020s is that they're not like some weird shape, it's just rectangular.
Okay. What?
Mercedes-Benz Stadium. What can I say about this?
Oh my god.
It looks like a typical football stadium.
No, it doesn't.
The likes of which have been around since the early 20th century.
This looks like a typical football stadium. Like, what is this guy smoking, man? This looks like a f***ing UFO. Typical football stadium.
It features a one-of-a-kind retractable roof inspired by a pinwheel. What stadium doesn't have one of those? Inside, the roof's perimeter is lined by a huge one-of-a-kind...
I can't tell if this guy's been sarcastic or not.
...video board called the Halo. Like all stadiums do.
Oh,
it's
he's
basically just your average stadium.
Okay, he's been sarcastic.
In all seriousness, this stadium has been home to a Major League Soccer team ever since it opened. So it's used to hosting the sport and apparently does a pretty good job at it. because Atlanta United has the highest average attendance at around 44,000.
Damn.
Much like AT&T Stadium, there are some rather large windows here, but these are bigger and they offer a spectacular view out to Atlanta. At AT&T Stadium, you didn't even get a mediocre view of Atlanta. You don't see it at all, it's like they weren't even trying. Back to the halo though, I'm slightly torn on it because it is a remarkable piece of kit, but whenever I hear about it, I'm reminded of that annoying Beyonce song.
Maybe when I'm looking out.
Levi Stadium.
Levi Stadium.
If I use the generic
Santa
FIFA
Clara
roof
car.
names, you'd be completely confused when I told you that this place is nicknamed the Field of Jeans.
That looks cool.
San Francisco is one of the wealthiest cities in the world at the moment.
These stadiums are
Fittingly, the
amazing
stadium costs
looking,
just
man.
a few $100 million less than
They're so
Mercedes-Benz
cool.
Stadium, which is still very pricey. Yet in some ways it looks as if it's been built on the cheap. I mean, from some angles, the exterior looks as if it's unfinished. Hang on. Yeah. There you go. See, it sort of looks like they've left the scaffolding up. There's no roof coverage, but then again, that's pretty normal in the NFL.
California as well, man. Don't got rain over there.
By world standards, don't get me wrong. While there might not be a roof covering the seats, there is a rooftop garden that provides produce to the restaurants at the stadium.
What?
Which is a very San Francisco thing to do.
They
But not as
grow
San
their own
Francisco as
food.
launching a startup tech company that markets sourdough bread to gay homeless people. Yeah. And that company now has a market cap of $20 billion. Not as San Francisco
What?
is launching a startup tech company that markets sourdough bread to gay homeless people.
What have I just heard? They're making sourdough bread for gay homeless people. What? I don't know if this guy's being serious or not, man. I cannot tell by his fucking monotone voice where the sarcasm is or isn't.
Yeah. And that company now has a market cap of $20 billion.
I'm so confused.
Hard Rock Stadium.
With this video.
This venue is the
Hard
ultimate
Rock, Florida.
multitasker. It's primarily an NFL stadium, but it hosts a tennis tournament every year, as well as an F1 Grand Prix, although the track goes around the stadium rather than entering it. And in 2026, it'll be
Oh, look at
hosting
the
some games
F1
of the
track. That's pretty
2026
cool.
World Cup. Obviously, that's what this video is.
Yes, it is.
This area gets a lot of visitors year-round, so I guess it's attractive to sports
Cool.
governing bodies for that
It's a
reason.
nice stadium, man.
I feel like the design of the stadium suits Florida quite well.
It really does.
In particular, the huge overhanging roof, coupled with the palm trees
Palm
everywhere.
trees. I was going to say it
And
looks
on the
very
inside,
Florida.
It's an all-aqua interior.
Nice. Got
Like
that
MetLife
Miami
Stadium,
Vice
there's a
going
huge
on.
video board in each corner, but these are even bigger. I think. Maybe they just look bigger because the stadium itself is smaller. That could be it, actually.
Who knows, mate?
Oh, and these huge spires that you see in the corners, holding up the roof, are actually inspired by a little-known historical figure from Florida called Bubba the Impaler. Not a nice guy, but he helped defend Florida against the invading Bahamian military.
Okay.
Lumen
Field, Seattle.
This unique stadium, situated right by the Puget Sound,
Jeez.
has hosted football for well over a decade in the form of the Seattle Sounders.
70k.
Closer to 2 decades, actually. It's known for its incredibly loud atmosphere, partially owing to these huge roofs which reverberate the sound, and partially because singing
that's
along
a
to the
cool
grunge
looking
during
stadium, man.
adolescence has given the people of Seattle a slightly larger voice
I
box
actually think this stadium's in one of the FIFA games a few years ago.
on average. Despite the large roofs, spectators can still enjoy either a skyline backdrop or a mountain backdrop, depending on
Damn.
which side you're sitting on. There's not really a view of the water, but you can't have your cake and eat it,
Well, you can.
as the old saying goes.
Ah, you
Unless
can.
you go to the bakery and buy a cake and eat it.
There you go.
Oh yeah, although it's not the flashiest stadium you'll see throughout the World Cup, this has always been one of my favourite American stadiums.
Very
It's
nice.
just got a bit of everything.
Very,
I rather like
very
this distinctive
nice.
stand over at the northern end, as well as the unusual scoreboard up top.
Oh, like
Now we
Lincoln
head to
Financial
home
Field,
of the Broken
Philadelphia.
Bell, some cheesesteaks as well,
Oh,
and of course Lincoln Financial Field.
look at the size of
Whilst
that.
Levi Stadium had a vegetable farm on the roof, this one has a solar farm. There are 11,000 solar panels throughout the stadium, so it is green whilst also being
11,000
green.
solar panels.
I'm of course referring to the dark green seats. Come to think of it, the seating layout is
Surely
pretty
not.
similar to Levi's as well, but the stands here are considerably steeper, which is no bad thing. What else can I point out? Oh, these ultra-wide screens between the first and second tiers at each
Oh
end
my
are
god.
not something you see every day. unless you work here. But even then, you must take days off sometimes. The placement of those video boards actually has a greater effect than you may expect. If they were to have been placed in the open corners, they will have lessened the wind tunnel effect that this stadium is known for. And who knows, a random gust of wind might have a considerable impact on the outcome of the World Cup. It is unlikely, but you never know.
You never know, mate. Ooh, the Gillette Stadium.
The surrounds of Foxborough, Massachusetts, is Gillette Stadium.
That looks like it sinks into the ground.
Which is the best stadium a man can get. Much better than Chic Stadium, and the less said about Bic Stadium, the better. Design-wise, this is probably the most typical American football stadium out of all that we've seen, but it is home to New England Revolution, which is one of the founding members of Major League Soccer. Perhaps the most interesting feature here is the rather large lighthouse. Because why not? Yes, it's 25 miles from the coast, but so what?
Does it not work as a lighthouse?
But a lighthouse.
Fair enough.
That is not the only geographical oddity.
Fair enough, man.
Throughout the tournament, this will be known as Boston Stadium, despite being even further away from that city than it is the coast.
Okay.
Fair enough, though. When people think of Foxborough, they just probably think of a little hole where a fox lives. Do foxes live in burrows? I think so. I've always intended to learn more about foxes.
Bro, is this guy high? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was all the stadiums that are going to be shown and played in the World Cup in America. I am super excited to go and watch the tournament start tonight. I'm going to go and do that right now. But for now, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it as always. Before you leave today, make sure you leave a like, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you cut your toenails. Have a great day. Goodbye.